bugs is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family. As always, just thank you so much for the love and support y'all been constantly giving me each and every day. It is truly a blessing. So with that being said, namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are insightful or just give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times at the moment and needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you once again for the love and support y'all are constantly giving. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And as always, I try to remember, I leave all my contact information in the description box below in case you want to be able to get in touch with me. It's just like networking, just sharing your experiences with me, or if you have questions about your spiritual gifts or your path of past or whatever, it's just be able to help you out and give you a deeper understanding about what's taking place. I'm still listening to the same music from Andy Summers. Release regrets, guilt, fear, anxiety, inner conflicts, and struggles, deep healing meditation. And the video I'm doing today, I think I said a post on that. I don't remember where I got it from. Please forgive me if it's like, one of my love bugs that, be posting posts. It's called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas, working on your darkness so it doesn't overshadow your light. I was like, man, that's some deep stuff. All of us are going through that deep transition right now to where you may be feeling like solitude is so lonely. But when universe and God is preparing something for you that you didn't see coming, they will place us in solitude. They put in, what do they say? What is it? Not solitude, but isolation for your elevation. Just to allow yourself to see everything that has taken place. It's like we're going through this warrior review and preparing us for a big fat promotion. Being able to know, did you learn life lessons through your interactions within yourself? How you speak to the universe about yourself, how you speak to the universe about others, how you see the world. Are you placing judgment? Are you appreciating everything that has came to light for you for your better benefit? Allowing yourself to add that self-love towards yourself. Not allowing yourself to go tit for tat for people. If people show you their ugliness and want to bring you into their storm, you allow them to show the beauty. You direct them towards the beauty of your peace. And, you have to really give yourself props for that, because there's so many different things that we don't give ourselves credit for when it comes to our strength and what kind of power we have within ourselves. But is as for you to be able to see the things that you have gone through. A lot of people wouldn't have been able to get as far as you have. Yes, it can be very miserable when it just seems like you're experiencing more lows and hurtful situations or negative situations than positive. And these are the things that we have to be able to go through and be able to change the way we look at them. When I get to myself and I really allow myself to reflect on everything that's taking place, and it's like when I'm going through this, our ascensions right now is high. You may feel like, this is like, it seems surreal, or you have just heavy emotions of appreciation of everything that has taken place. Being able to allow that love within yourself and see how far it has really taken you. Being able to be appreciative of everything that has unfolded into your life, because it's like they don't want us to be ashamed of what has taken place in our life, where it comes to mistakes, setbacks, failures, whatever. Those are life lessons to be able to carry along with you, or when certain things do come to surpass, or where it comes in connection, are you going to learn from the mistakes that you you experienced from before when certain situations like that occurred, or you allow yourself to seek the positive road of how you're going to deal with it. A lot of times it can feel lonely when we're by ourselves, but that's when it's like you have to be your own best friend at times. I've been there where I did not like being by myself because I was always in my thoughts, didn't know what was going on. This before I was aware of the gifts that I carry. And being able to know I love solitude, even though, yes, it does get lonely for me, but this is that time for when I need to take care of myself, for what I need to allow myself to look at and see, the benefits of everything that has taken place, how things unfolded, knowing there's a higher purpose for everything that has happened to you or surrounding within you that is going to take you further than you imagine. And they want you to be able to recognize that light that you have within yourself, what kind of way you can be able to project that, towards many people or towards anybody that is in contact with you. That's why I love being able to be honest about my experiences, being able to share my opinions or my views of experience or just things that has taken place, to be able to let somebody know, hey, I'm in alignment with you. I can totally relate to the struggles that we have on a day-to-day basis. We're not for everybody, and we have to be okay to not be for everybody. It's just like, how come they don't get me? Or how come, when things take place and I'm stepping in my truth or I'm projecting it, why does it feel like, people are against me? You have to allow yourself to understand, even when it's projected towards you, it's nothing purpose, not nothing purpose, but it's nothing personal. It's how they feel about themselves. I think about a lot of things that went on in my life where I experienced a lot of people molding me up of how they wanted others to be able to see me. And it was just like, Dad, why do I have to go through that? And it's just like, when people don't like what's right with you, they'll always constantly pinpoint the things that is not, right about you to them in their eyes. And you can really allow yourself to say, I'm glad I'm not in that type low vibration anymore, but actually appreciating the things that I've experienced, let myself heal from those things. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I ain't gonna ever get through this. I don't know if I can ever, live without these certain people or live a different life. I've been through, going through a same, towards certain situations and certain vibrations or frequencies for so long. This is all I'm allowing myself to do. And when you're allowing yourself to not settle, but go for and make the choices that are be right for you, that's better suited for you and knowing what you deserve, because a lot of times, I can admit I used to settle because I felt like this, what I was receiving is what I was worthy of. And I'm just like, now I'm like, no, if this is draining me, and not doing something in a benefit of me, allow me to, back up and, take care of myself so I can go in a different environment or a different frequency or find that within myself, regardless of what is going on around me. Is about how I allow that to take away from what I need to do with myself. Because, a lot of times you have to understand, I say it a lot, the devil and God go hand in hand. They will use the same situations for different insight or, different things that you really need to pay attention to. Things will surface where I remember when I used to go through different things. And then when I was addicted to smoking the devil's lettuce, it was like when I was going through that struggle of staying off, not falling back on my sobriety, that I would let the most littlest things control my emotions and allow myself to, instead of facing those things, that I would go and, talk to Bob Marley, for a minute, and came very in tune with that. Or, when I first started off, I used to feel like that was the only way I can connect with my higher self is to be high, but now it's just like, all I got to do is focus and allow myself to be open on what is unfolding in front of me, or what I need to take, what do I need to change or shift to make things, go in the way that is needed. So it's just like we're always being, being directed to be in solitude for a lot of time, for a minute, because these are the things that's benefiting off of us. You will see how you allow yourself to see all things that's taking place in your life, understanding even the worst situation is bringing about the best of you. Going in toxic, connections, maybe it's with a spouse, or a partner or your family and stuff like that, because there's a lot of times where I've felt it, and a lot of different people have came to me and, voiced their situations about that, where we felt like, when it comes to family, we have to be able to accept that. And it's just like, no, you should have no issue with unfriending, cutting cords, disconnecting, blocking anybody that is like taking more out of you and not, it's just to lower your vibrations. Because a lot of people think in that mindset, oh, well, they have no choice because, I'm doing everything, or they have no choice because I'm the only family that they know. And when I started seeing everything that I went through, where, where I found out truth about my family, and it was just like when I got alienated, or they made sure, everything was being seen in their favor, I was left all by myself, and I didn't have support from family. That's why I tell people, if you have support from family and it's for good intentions, bless you, because not a lot of people have that benefit. And with me, all my family that really knew my truth and was understanding of it has already passed on, but I had that tight not physical, but spiritual connection with them, for them to help me, heal where I needed to heal at, protect me when they seen things was coming in my way that could have really wrecked me. And I'm very benefiting off of that. I mean, there's times right now I can get in my emotions and just say thank you, because these situations has really brought me a long way. And they want you to be able to see everything that is for you is not against you. These are the things that's going to further you in the best version of you. You're transitioning into that best version of yourself. So they want you to be able to see it as that, no matter if you are a good friend or a good partner or a good husband, good wife, and those things weren't being reciprocated, it's just because that person was never supposed to be in your life for a long period of time. You were supposed to get that insight from toxic cycles or toxic connections to be able to know everything is not for you in that moment like that. Those are the things that you are benefiting off of, to be able to let you know, if you that daggone respect is not reciprocated, step back. People take your presence for granted. Allow them to take that absence, for appreciation as well. And you're allowing yourself to be very selective about what choices you choose to go in directions. What kind of people do you allow yourself to be in connection with? You may be around somebody that you may have known all your whole life, and it may come to a period where you're very selective, or you get that vibration like, hey, don't tell that person this, or hey, be very selective about what you talk about. When it comes to periods like that, even, like if you send a text message or a screenshot of something, it's like, hey, I didn't get that, because that person there's just certain things you're not supposed to know, or certain things you're not supposed to share. And they want you to be able to benefit off of that. I try to allow myself to, look at my past as my greatest teacher, and being able to know this is where my strength came from. Because it's just like, people will set you up to destroy you when it's going to be your best deliverance. You have to understand, if God and universe allowing you to live through the pain of others with their lies and deceit, trust and believe they're going to live through the blessings of watching you eat. You have to understand that. God will place a dinner table for you to sit at, for your enemies to have front row and center, to be able to see, you thought this was going to be something that was going to break them, but it also broke them from what is not needed in their life, what they can appreciate, what they can learn from, what they can take on to another level, and being able to bless that with somebody else's experience. Because like I tell y'all all the time, even with my descriptions or just the posts that I have, when things is happening in our lives, we don't have that understanding on why I had to go through this. A lot of times this is not, even when it's directed to you, it's not nothing about you, but it's about what people you're going to encounter while you're on that journey of transition, of transmuting, transcending all these different things, because there are certain things that you have overcome and people are still struggling in. And you don't realize how your story of inspiration is going to inspire somebody else. And I always tell people that, because I want to be able to see people when you ask me a question that is going to take you to the next level, I'm going to give you that, because I've seen how people will ask me certain things so they can block me from it, or they will give me the wrong direction because they seen that light in me that they didn't want others to be able to see. And and it's hard for you to have to go through a journey of experience like that, but that's how you grow. you tend to appreciate the bad times as well as the good times, because either one, you have benefited so much from that situation or situations that has taken place. And that is where you have to clear and heal and dive deep to what universe is really wanting you to see about yourself. Just because some people sing a tune to you that how you're never going to make it, how your blessings of dreams cannot come into play or come into fusion for it. You have to understand there's a lot of people that envy what you carry. There's a lot of times that people have skipped out on their dreams because stuff got hard. We have to understand, something that is really good, you're going to have to make a lot of changes, a lot of sacrifices. And people feel like it's going to be something like an overnight success, that some people are blessed for that to happen, but some people, it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? Because see, you have to be able to see that as a blessing at times, even though that person could skyrocket and stay on top. But a lot of times as well, there are some people that can receive a blessing and mess it up. And that's why universe is making sure we learn through that process, because what it felt to be at rock bottom when you had nothing. They always say your attitude, it depends on how things go. Your attitude on when you have nothing and your attitude when you have everything. And when you're allowing yourself to keep opening doors to venture off in new things that's taking place that you want to be able to maintain bigger and better. Never allow yourself to fall back because you knew what it felt like to be at that bottom. They want you to be able to appreciate every step you have taken. Never burn bridges with people that was there to support you. A lot of times people interact with you, and when they benefit off of the need of you, and when they finally get there, they don't want to have nothing to do with you. But then there's going to be a certain situation like, hey, I wonder what such and such will say about this, or wonder if they will help me. No, keep that same energy you had when you didn't benefit off of me anymore. Don't come back. When you allow yourself to do that, because when you're coming into blessings, history will repeat itself. People will come back to see, oh, okay, well, that person ain't going through enough hell that I'm placed on them, so let me come back and wreck more shop in their life. You have to understand, once they take them out, don't bring them back in. You can miss them all day, but you also have to remember why they were separated from your life in the first place. And you're going to appreciate everything that darkness has guided you to face. A lot of times it took me to not see evil and darkness within the same thing, because a lot of times you have to be in darkness just to be able to understand you are your light. You're always trying to find a light out of the tunnel. You are that light that will guide you out of that tunnel that is taking place in your life, that you can truly appreciate as well as benefit off of. We're all going through a learning process of where you see how far you have come, and then you can look back and see everything. Even though downfall was the best benefit for you, everything is a blessing, because you're learning knowledge, experiences, lessons that's helping you grow, and allow yourself to know, I will never go back to that point. I will never want to be at that point. That's why I admire a lot of people that I see around me that, they keep merging into different, projects and stuff like that. I say, what? I ain't even trying to compare my life to that, but I say, what? You transition goals. I like that. You're not just maintaining being just a one person. I'm seeing all different things, like people that, artists that I love, that, that I love their music and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people have, some negative people have negative insight when they look at Rihanna or whatever. And I try not to get through that, because everybody has their opinion about how they see certain people. But then when I see her, she's going to start a lingerie line. Now she did her book with all these different photographs that people haven't seen. And then she has, her skincare and her makeup line for everybody. Now she's doing the Fenty hair, and she got the shoes and all that stuff. Now I'm just like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Being able to not just focus on that one thing that you brought, it brought you that success, but try to venture out just to try to maintain, because there's a legacy that you're trying to, pass on to, your future family and stuff like that. And that's a beautiful thing, where you're allowing yourself to be guided towards different things that can bring so many benefits to your life, and it's like I say as well, and you probably have heard it, when you are wanting to place a positive influence within your life that you know is going to transition your life in so many ways, in a good way, and you know it's just not going to affect you in a positive way, but it's going to interact with other people, universe is going to transpire to make sure all that stuff happens. Then bring that to the forefront. Is like, hey, go in this direction and learn this, even if it's only for like about a quick minute, and then they detour you towards something else. Like, no, that wasn't for me. No, you just, that'll make sense somewhere down the line of where that insight happened. I've seen a lot of it that took place, and then where I'm at now, it makes so much sense. While there are certain connections and people I met or whatever that it's like that aha moment. So universe is trying to get us to go within that darkness, allow ourselves to heal from what is no longer serving us, appreciate everything that has taken place in your life, where it affected you in a good way or a bad way, the people you have met along the way. Appreciate everything that has brought you to where you are today, because it's going to take you so much further than you ever imagined. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I love y'all so much. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Around the World 1111. Deep thoughts here and now. And if you see this, I hope and pray everything's going good for you and your mom. And Marissa Williams, as well as Beat 'em Back and Miss Sheila Jack. Like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel, drop a line. I would love a chance to hear from you. Share. If you need to contact me or you have any questions about your spiritual journey or as well as your spiritual path, I'll try my best to be able to assist with that. Everything we talk about is confidential. If I can't tell you from my experience, I will give you the information to give you that understanding that you're seeking. So I will see y'all in my next video. Much love. Peace.